Have you ever wondered why discipline seems so elusive? What if I told you it's not as difficult as everyone makes it out to be? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover that mastering discipline isn't just possible, it's easier than you think. Now, I know it might seem too good to be true. How could something as challenging as discipline actually be simple? But here's the reality. Discipline is one of the most misunderstood concepts out there. You, me, and even that successful businessman on Wall Street. We're not all that different. Deep down, we all grapple with the same mindset challenges every day. Whether it's productivity, hard work, or discipline, it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. You clicked on this video because you've been trying to make these things work. I've been there, frustrated, questioning why some people seem to have it all figured out. And if that's what you're going through right now, I've got some good news for you. The successful people you admire, they aren't superhumans. You and I have the same potential to match and even surpass them. Listen, I'm not here to waste your time. I'm going to give it to you straight. So buckle up, because this is going to be one interesting ride. Essentially, discipline is about doing what I don't want to do, because I know it's beneficial for me in the long run. The problem is, we humans naturally dislike doing things we don't enjoy, but that's precisely what makes us human. If I offered you a sweet treat in one hand and something bitter in the other, why would you ever choose the bitter option? Even if I told you the bitter one has health benefits. The first step toward becoming disciplined is to have a realization that discipline is actually easy. Sounds crazy, right? But it's true.
It feels scary to jump, Ian. That is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life. And that I can't do.
I genuinely believe it's far easier to be disciplined in the 21st century than it ever was before, when your life was on the line. But that's not the only thing I've realized. My countless failed attempts at trying to be disciplined taught me that I still have that potential hunter within me. That's why one of my all-time favorite quotes is from G. Michael Hoff. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. I'm sure you've noticed we're living in soft times and agree it's time for us to become strong again. We are on a rock hurtling through cold, empty space. We are the indomitable human race. And you want to tell me that waking up 2 hours earlier is a struggle? My friend, you have the blood of conquerors in you.
So there's a quote that I live by, early to bed, early to rise, makes a man young, wealthy, and wise. It's Benjamin Franklin.
Younger men than you have defeated empires and ruled kingdoms. Look around and you'll see it's happening right now. Young men in their early 20s are finding ways to break free from the system and create generational wealth. The modern world has convinced us that building and maintaining good habits is tough, but in reality, it's not. It might be hard to accept, but we've all gotten a bit soft. It's time to wake up. It took me too long to realize how vital it is to have an open perspective, and this will be crucial for the steps ahead. Later in this video, I'll discuss the power of affirmations, but you need to approach them with the right mindset and perspective. It wasn't something I developed overnight, but once you start down this path, you become a different person. If this sounds intriguing, I promise it only gets better. There's so much you can do once you build this mindset. Let me tell you the first real step in this journey. Reconnect with who you really are. I don't know if you've felt this way, but if I'm not careful, I find it incredibly easy to be influenced by what I consume. I used to spend hours on Instagram. On the surface, it didn't seem like a big deal. It was just mindless entertainment, scrolling through funny memes, but in truth, it affected me on a much deeper level, and it's likely doing the same to you, because every video you watch is someone else's perspective. Every comment you read is someone else's thoughts. One day, it hit me that I rarely had thoughts, perspectives, and opinions that were truly my own. Don't get me wrong, reconnecting with who you really are is the first step, but it doesn't mean you need to quit your job and head to the Himalayas. The easiest way I found to reconnect with myself was by becoming more self-aware. What helped me the most was simply uninstalling the brain-draining apps on my phone: TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, everything that hinders your capacity for self-awareness. And don't just take my word for it. Science has proven this to be a powerful tool in building discipline. With hours of attention-draining content out of your life, you'll have the time to start taking control of your thoughts.
Never say you can't do it. Say I haven't done it.
Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, said, "Self-discipline begins with the mastery of your thoughts. If you don't control what you think, you can't control what you do." Self-awareness also plays a crucial role in helping you redefine who you are. What do I mean by that? I mean that ultimately, you're the one who decides the kind of person you're going to be. This means you have the power to create a new reality where you're not the person who lives an undisciplined life. That was the old you. You're no longer that person. This belief has more power than you can imagine, and it brings me to my next point. My next point is something I ignored for far too long. Stop underestimating the power of affirmations. This might be hard for some of you to accept, and I don't blame you. Affirmations often seem like the biggest new age cop-out, but then I realized I was getting nowhere doing things the conventional way, so I thought, it doesn't cost me anything to give affirmations a try. There's a lot of confusion about how affirmations work, but here's what I experienced. We know that our beliefs have a definite impact on our bodies and on the world around us. For example, hypnosis as anesthesia is effective, and studies prove this. As I delved into the world of affirmations, I learned that what you truly believe about yourself and your world has the power to shape your reality. If this is true, then believing in your potential to be disciplined should have an impact, and it did for me. You know what's even more incredible? How these weaknesses lose their power when you understand where they come from. Productivity gurus online often make discipline seem like it's all about following a list of steps. Yes, steps help, but they don't work in isolation. You need to pair them with a shift in your perspective about who you are as a person. If this topic has piqued your interest, and you want to dive deeper into becoming a better version of yourself, I'm linking one of my previous videos here, which help you to unlock focus, like all the successful people out there. I'm sure you'll find it useful.